Hi everyone. Decided I'm going to do a wee video for what it's worth, and I guess I'm kind of sending this message out, to people that may have the power to actually listen and try and do something about this. For those who don't know, I started a group last year called Ayrshire Dads, and that was to help men in Ayrshire with their physical and mental health. And I was blown away by the demand for such a group. So many men struggling, so many people that I knew about that needed something. So many men on the brink, or considering taking their own life. But taking that a step further, in the last week in Ayrshire alone, we've known of 2 young people that have taken their own lives for whatever reason. So that's 2 suicide that I've learned about, and actually when I think about the amount of people that as far as I'm led to believe have committed suicide just this year alone, it's out of control. I don't know how far it has to go that we actually as a society realise that we are not doing enough. 2 decades ago, I produced a mental health awareness talk for schools, and delivered that in a few schools in North Ayrshire. And that talk received an award for the Health Board and stuff like that, Ayrshire Nairn Health Board. And at the time, that highlighted that this stigma attached to mental health, and that the absolute lack of awareness that we were raising with the young people about, one, about the importance of looking after their own mental health, and 2, the damage they were doing to affecting others' mental health with their behaviours, their actions and behaviours. And I tried to get young people back then, as a young man myself, to stop and think about what they were doing. Fast forward the tape, here we are, 2 decades on, and we've got the noose around our neck that is social media. The most damaging, poisonous environment that you can imagine, when it's in its full flow, can be evil. In terms of the way that people can go about making people feel bad, especially with young people, making people believe that this social media personality profile is real, and that people can hide behind theirs and be nasty and be cruel, to a point that we've got our young people, our children are contemplating and carrying out taking their own life. It's fucking unacceptable. We have to do more as a society. I'm calling out. Recently we had the mental health charity, which was great. Go around certain parts of Scotland and do a kind of stop and talk. They missed out Ayrshire completely. We're not doing enough. We're not doing enough in schools. There's still an awful lot of stigma attached. It's still a taboo, in some quarters. We're not educating well enough. We're not, using the right people to do the educating, to be in amongst the young people and to get them to see the other flip side. We're not doing enough as adults either. We think, we see the slaggings and the different things going on, and we laugh along with that. We're not thinking about if this was our kid or our family member, if they were starting to suffer to a point of they were feeling like taking their own life, how would we feel then? Would we laugh then? No, we wouldn't laugh. We would bring a stop to it. We have to do more collectively, individually, step in where required, ask people were they okay, and if they're not okay, then we start to do something about that. We need to signpost people better to the services that are out there. We need to fund more. We need to lobby people in positions of power. Our CAM services have been underfunded, stretched for as long as I can possibly remember. Yet we just continue to stretch it further and further. What that means is the day your kid needs that help, they ain't going to get the help that they need. And you're then going to be the person that's screaming for the rooftop, why can't I get it? Why? Well, you stood knowing right now, as we know collectively, that the services aren't in place. What, were those kids that have taken their own lives, were they aware of what help was out there? Unlikely. Were their families aware of the warning signs and the things that coming up? Unlikely. We have to do more. This is infuriating me. I can't bear, as a father, I can't bear to think, of what I would do in this situation that those two kids' families must be in now. I really, really hope that, this video can get to people, political people or something, and for them to open their eyes and their ears. See if you want to win votes, see if you want to win my vote. Get behind this. Young people's mental health in general. Make funding commitments to the mental health services in my community. Do something about this. Do you want to leave it until the statistics are so high that you can't actually reverse it? There's a bigger fish to fry in terms of the social media and how we govern that and how we manage that. And I know across a national level, finally people are starting to wake up to that. These anonymous sites that, these anonymous type posts where people can ridicule people and take people to the absolute brink with their bullying, their online bullying. I know that we're starting to look at that, but in terms of the services that are available locally, the emergency things that can kick in quite quickly when young people hit the wall, we've got to do something about that. This is beyond, it's out with control now. It seems like every weekend we're hearing about another young person that's disappeared, and then, we find out that they've taken their own lives. I don't want to read about this anymore. I don't want to hear about this anymore. I want to know what we're doing, and don't sugarcoat this up and try to fool us, the public, that we're committed to do something. Stop talking about it and put yourself out there. Like I say, you will get people's backing if you step up and show that you actually are going to do something about this. Go and visit these young people's families and tell them what you're going to do to prevent another young person. Think about the kids, the friends of these kids who are right now on the absolute brink because a friend has taken their own life. Get a support network around about these kids. Do something. Get in about these schools. 2 decades ago I was in these schools, and I know people that are teachers, and they tell me not a lot has changed. Never mind for the pupils, for the teachers' mental health, we just stretch people further and further and further. It's not good enough. We're going to have to do something. I'm doing what I can with my Fit Ayrshire Dads movement, in terms of addressing mental health for men and the gaps that there, which are beyond, what you would believe. These guys are, but in terms of our young people, they're our future. They're these. See if we damage them too far, they don't recover from this. So let's try and do more as a society. If you know someone that's struggling, please reach out to that person. Send them a message tonight. Go round and see them. Do something. If you know a young person, whether it's your kid or someone else's kid, find out where they're struggling, be it exams, relationships, whatever it is. Please step in, show interest, let that young person know that they're supported. You will be amazed the difference you can make by taking these small steps. And for the adults as well, if you're in there, you've got your work colleagues, you're maybe worried, they're under stress, they're under pressure. do something about it. You know, don't just stand back and let it deteriorate to a point where that person goes off long-term sick and then you read that they've become a statistic. Have the courage to ask someone, are they okay? Don't just go, oh, you know, well, I think someone else is dealing with that, or, you know, I think that they're getting help. Maybe they aren't getting help, and maybe you might be the one person that saves that person. You know, my words don't need to mean anything, but it's time that we all just speak out and say we can do more, we will do more. So let's start. You know, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. I can't read this anymore and see this anymore. So I you know, I hope it makes a difference. Let's start. Okay, thanks.